What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new, hi, I'm Connor. If you're already not subscribed, please consider subscribing and joining the family. So guys, today we will be covering the story of Swissair 111. So, let's get into it. September 2nd, 1998. A MD-11 took off from New York JFK Airport on its way to Geneva, Switzerland, with 215 passengers and 14 crew members on board. 53 minutes into the flight over the Atlantic Ocean, the pilots had smoke going through the vents of the cockpit. That caused alarm, so they called in a mayday and asked for immediate headings to Halifax, Nova Scotia, Canada for an emergency landing. Passengers were let know that they were going to be diverting. Pilots asked air traffic control to have emergency crews meet the aircraft on the runway because they had smoke in the cockpit. Unfortunately, the smoke in the cockpit kept intensifying and intensifying and intensifying. So, they put on their oxygen masks. They made another mayday call, said that the problem on board was getting significantly worse. And at this point, all power to the main cabin was cut. And that's when the passengers started to realize that there was something wrong with the aircraft and that this wasn't just a regular emergency landing. By this time, the passengers would have been starting to smell the smoke throughout the main cabin of the aircraft. The pilots pulled out their emergency checklist for smoke on board. One of the steps on the checklist was to dump fuel. So they asked for a circling pattern over the ocean so they could dump some fuel. They started this process, and unfortunately the aircraft disappeared from radar shortly after. This was because during the dumping, the fire intensified in the cockpit to the point that the pilots lost all control of the aircraft and the plane went down into the water with tremendous speed and tremendous impact. The FAA of the United States, Swissair, and TSB of Canada all took place in this investigation to figure out what went wrong. They determined that a fire started above the cockpit on the right side where all the electrical wires are stored that feed electricity to the entertainment system on board. This called for a lot of changes when it came to how flammable the material were, the wiring, and the whole setup. So it really did change the way aviation is today. Unfortunately, none of the 229 people on board survived. It's very unfortunate. The pilots tried their hardest. They fought to the end. And that's all they could have done. Thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I have a very special video coming out tomorrow. Hope to see you there. I'll see you guys in the next one.
Oh boy.